What's up, YouTube, and thank you guys for watching the Soldier Barber Life. Today going to be giving you guys another haircut tutorial, and this is a long-term client of mine. For the last couple months, this client has been gone away in school, so he has been getting his hair cut by somebody else. And this client does prefer to have a connected hairstyle, like a medium skin fade that's connected, but it seems like he's been getting like a disconnected undercut, so we're definitely going to fix that and get this client back in the game. Let's go. Alright, so let's jump straight into this. So I'm going to set my first guideline up with my wall balding clipper, and I'm just gently tapping away at it, setting that guideline all the way around the head. Just light taps all the way around and connecting it from one side 360 around the head. So the next step that I do is I go up in under that bald guideline, and I start balding out this whole area here using that balding clipper. And you can see it's just with one pass, it's making ease of that and just clearing out all that hair underneath there going up to the bald line. Alright, and you can see the next step that I do, I take my Babyliss shaver and I am balding out all that, taking that down as low as I can get it. And in certain areas I am stretching the skin, and you will see me go different directions. I'm just trying to make sure that this all is cut down evenly and completely balded out without any dark spots. Alright, so the next step that I do is I'm going in with my JRL 2020s, and I am setting in my next guideline, going up about an inch with the lever completely open. So the next step that I do is I close that lever all the way and I start attacking the bottom of this guideline. And if your clippers are zero gap, you can remove that bottom guideline, but if they're not, you may have to use a trimmer to completely remove it. So I do this same process, moving all the way up the blend. So I'll use my half guard, I'll use my 1 and my 1.5. I did not get clips of these, but it's the same process with the lever open, lever closed, that I just repeat. So the next step I'm going to be doing is clipper over comb. So you want to take your comb, put it at a 45-degree angle off of the head, and then close your clipper lever. And I'm just going across my clipper and removing all that weight around the parietal ridge. The client did want a connected haircut. He didn't want like an undercut, so that's what you see me doing here. So the next step I'm doing is I'm using my 2 guard, and I'm going up underneath this area that I just took out with the clipper over comb, and I'm just flicking out the whole time, just really trying to blend this bottom part of the fade up into the top. So this next step that I do is kind of unconventional, but it does work for me. And what I do is I actually go with the grain and around that whole parietal ridge area, and it does help take out some of that weight. And I'm just trying to smooth this all out so it can make a good transition. So after doing that, I do go in with my shears, and I do shear over comb. And like I say, we're just trying to really blend that bottom into the top and take out a bunch of that weight. So my next step, I do go in and I put some shaving cream all around the hairline. And the purpose of this is all part of my skin prep routine. And this really just cleans the skin, preps the hairline, and gets everything all ready to give the client a nice crispy hairline. And then I follow that up with a hot towel, and then I'll put that on there, and this serves as 2-part, so it's a luxury service, but it also is helping clean that hairline up. So now for my lineup, I go in using my Babyliss Gold FX skeleton trimmers, and I start in the middle of that hairline and I work my way out towards the corners. I will do it one side at a time, so you will see me go work my way out to one side to the vertical bar and then start working on the C-cup. Then I will come back to the middle and then work my way out to the other side of the other vertical bar and then work on that C-cup, and then I'll come back together to both of them and then make sure it's all even. Alright, so the next step that I do is I recline my client back in the chair and I go in using my Tomb 45 triple cartridge razor with the maximum exposed blade, and I'm pulling that skin and I'm just going across, following up that lineup that I did, and just making sure that taking away any stubble, taking my time. You don't really want to rush it when you're using a razor because you can really cut your clients bad. So no matter how comfortable you get with the razor, always take your time. So the next step is I will be adding enhancements to the cut, and you can tell already that the cut doesn't need enhancements, but the client did request it, so I'm definitely going to be giving it to them. And when you're adding these enhancements on there, you just want to be light with it. Don't spray too much to where it looks unnatural. And the enhancements that I do choose to use for the most part is the Tomb 45 no drip, and I do use that in my air compressor. So after that, I do go in with my Barber Magic pencil and I just create a thin line going across the hairline, and depending on your client's skin color determines the color pencil that you want to use. So with this specific one, a white pencil does work better for this type of client. So the next step I do is I go in with my JRL 2020 trimmers, and I am just going at that line that I just put in there, and I'm just trying to really fade it out to give it more of a contrast to where it's not as noticeable, but it does give a nice pop and contrast from the hairline to the skin. So the next step that I do is I just go in with my straight razor and I'm cleaning up this pencil line that I made, just making it straight, thin, and making sure that it really pops and contrasts. Alright, so now that the cut is complete, I am combing the hair in the direction that the client likes it to be styled, just checking it, making sure everything looks right, and then I will go in and I add some pomade to the client's hair, and just styling that in the direction that they want to wear it. And from there, I take my blow dryer and my roller brush, and I'm just rolling this hair back, creating kind of that pompadour look, and just styling this client's hair. That's one thing that you can do to really set yourself apart from other barbers. It's just taking this extra time, this extra effort. These are the things, the little things that clients remember that you do that really sets you apart. When they walk out your chair, they can look like they can go and out. It's nothing else that they have to do when you get done with them. So like I said before, this was my client before. This is what they looked like when they came in. They've been gone for a couple months getting cut by another barber while they were at school. So definitely he came back to me and I had to get him back right, get everything looking good. And this is what he looks like after. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it if you stuck around to the end of this video. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, drop a comment down below. There will be more videos to come. Definitely trying to grow this channel, and appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching.